Welcome to the deep dive. We're plunging straight into an unfolding crisis today, looking at it day by day through the eyes of one person, totally isolated. Yeah, our sources here are, well, pretty unique. They're audio logs from someone running a civilian broadcast node. Really extreme situation. The logs are titled The Ghost Ping, Steel and Shadow, and When the Signal Fails. They give this raw, real-time account of a global breakdown.
Right. And our mission today is, first, to quickly get you up to speed on the first 2 days. That's the Ghost Ping for day 1 and Steel and Shadow for day 2. Just recap. But then, the main event, we're really going to unpack day 3 from when the signal fails, because that's where things escalate dramatically. Each day peels back another layer, another, frankly, terrifying layer of the unknown.
Exactly. So stick with us because we're asking what actually happens when the signals just stop, when the communication lines we rely on just disappear.
Let's dive in.
Okay, so day 1. It starts early, 06.20 hours. We meet operator 9 Lima Charlie, let's call him 9LC. He's in the R93 fallback shelter, about 30 clicks west of Bonn. What's the first sign of trouble?
Well, it's less a sign and more a profound lack of signs.
Yeah.
A total communications blackout. He says no news, no satellites, no GSM, not even FM radio. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. And the local power grid, that went dead hours earlier, around 04.17.
Yeah.
What's really interesting, though, is his gear. His old-school EMP-rated vacuum tube stuff. Rock solid.
Okay.
But all the modern digital systems are glitching out. And he notes the environmental readings radiation normal at 0.12 microsieverts. Wind from the east. Everything looks okay on paper, but he says it just feels wrong, you know?
That sense of unease and this feeling, it moves pretty fast from maybe just a drill to something much worse, right?
Very fast. At 0500, Civil Defense calls Alert Blue, but flags it as non-critical like a drill. Standard procedure, maybe.
Right.
But just 30 minutes later, over 5.3, Bonn Command goes completely dark, silent. Then 9LC loses contact with his own wife, who's in Bonn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then reports trickle in the last tram in the area stopped, bus depots locked down, and the really chilling part, he hasn't heard another human voice since 05.15.
Just silence.
Almost total silence. The only hint at outside contact was a single really garbled CW burst. Morse code, maybe from Vienna. But it was faint, broken, and then gone. It just underscores how cut off he was right from the start.
So faced with this total blackout, this isolation, what does 9LC actually do?
He sticks to his training. He starts transmitting weather updates, radiation levels, emergency beacons, sending them out every 30 minutes into the void.
Just hoping someone hears.
Exactly. This is desperate plea. He literally says, if you're alive, confirm. Even just a tone, just anything to break the silence. It really hits you, that basic need for connection.
Okay, let's jump to day 2, 7.10 hours. How has the situation evolved? What's changed for 9LC?
The silence, he says, feels different now. It's heavier. Not just an absence of signal, but he describes it as the weight of a system that isn't sleeping. It's dead. Still nothing. No satellites, no civilian radio, no GSM. Just emptiness.
And any new signals, any information breaking through?
There is one thing. At 06.0, he picks up a shortwave burst. Seems to be coming from near Erfurt. But the message is just one word, repeated. Schwarz.
Meaning black.
Exactly. Just black.
Yeah.
No call sign, no context. Just that word over and over. It's the first real clue that this isn't just a technical fault. Something specific is happening.
And the environment around him, is it still feeling wrong?
Yeah, things are getting stranger. Radiation's still stable, which is good, I guess. But the wind is shifted. Now it's north-northeast. The barometer is dropping. And he knows it's colder than it should be.
Colder.
Yeah, he says it feels like the air itself is pulling heat out of the ground.
Oh.
Really odd. And then there's the visual. His sensor camera picks up 5 vapor trails. High altitude, moving fast, heading west.
Okay, planes maybe.
Yeah.
Military.
That's the strange part. No sound. Nothing. These things are moving fast at high altitude, leaving trails, but totally silent. Which raises questions, you know?
Yeah.
What flies like that? Stealth? Something else? It adds this layer of unknown tech.
And then things shift from strange atmospheric stuff to actual ground events.
Precisely. At 06.45, the shelter itself vibrates, a pressure wave hits it. Almost immediately after, an emergency ping comes in from another operator, Juliet Kilo 4 JK4 near Trayer.
What did JK4 report?
The message was short and terrifying. Columns, black vehicles, no markings, moving fast.
With black vehicles, no markings, like the short signal.
Exactly. And after that message, JK4 goes silent. That's when 9LC makes the call. He says, we are in kinetic phase. This is not a drill. This is not escalation. This is invasion. No more ambiguity.
Wow. clear confirmation. Any other corroborating signals?
Yes, briefly.
Boop.
A fragmented emergency broadcast in German. It mentions castle, burned. They're inside, not NATO. Too fast. And then, like everything else, it guts out.
Not NATO. Too fast. That's chilling.
It really is. And through all this, 9LC hears nothing from Bonn, nothing from his wife, nothing from the official civil defense network. He's completely alone with this terrifying picture forming. His last thought on day 2 sums it up. I don't know if I should prepare for refugees or wreckage. A pretty stark choice.
Okay, so that brings us to the real focus today. Day 3, 06.53 hours. The log when the signal fails. Things get considerably worse, don't they?
Considerably. It's not just single stations going offline now. 9LC reports the entire Rhine corridor, a huge area, is going dark all at once. He describes it like someone threw a blanket over half the country.
A coordinated blackout.
It seems like it. And his last link to any official structure, the line to Regional Civil Defense HQ, that went dead just after midnight. So he is truly completely on his own now.
And then something happens to the radio waves themselves, this magnet quiet phenomenon he mentions. What exactly is that?
This is one of the most baffling and disturbing parts. At 05.20, he says the band went magnet quiet, and he struggles to explain it. No static, no background radio hash, no atmospheric bounce, which you always get.
Always.
Always. He says the ionosphere itself, the layer that reflects radio waves for long-distance communication, it just stopped reflecting. Like the sky is actively swallowing his signal. He's emphatic. I've never seen it before. Not even during solar storms. Not like this.
So what could even cause that?
That's the terrifying question, isn't it?
Right.
It suggests something is fundamentally altering the upper atmosphere. Is it some kind of advanced jamming? An unknown natural phenomenon? Or something deliberately engineered on a massive scale to blind everyone? It shifts the whole problem from comms are down to the physics of communication are broken.
While this is happening in the airwaves, what's going on with the immediate environment? Still getting stranger.
Yeah, the subtle creep continues. Radiation has ticked up slightly to 0.21 microsieverts. Still rising, but he notes it's not immediately dangerous yet. Barometer still falling. Thick cloud cover persists. He hasn't seen the sun since day 1. His description is bleak.
Feels like the whole world's gone gray.
Just this oppressive, gray, silent world. And in the middle of this, he has a personal encounter or sees something.
He does. Something caught on his upper hatch camera around 04.20, single figure, limping, looks like they're wearing some kind of uniform, dragging a case. They make it just outside his perimeter fence and then collapse.
Oh, God. Did he help? Did he go out? He didn't. And this is agonizing for him, you can tell. But protocol is absolute. No air exchange. Especially with the radiation climbing and the nature of the threat totally unknown. He couldn't risk opening the shelter.
So he just had to watch, not knowing if they were alive.
Exactly. He doesn't know if the person is still out there, alive or dead. It's a brutal illustration of the choices this situation forces. The rules designed to keep him alive clash with basic human instinct. It's grim.
And just when you think it can't get any worse, he gets another faint signal. What was this one?
This one is deeply unsettling. 05.37, a brief, very weak contact. He identifies it as Echo Romeo 1, ER1, likely Dutch origin based on the call sign structure. The voice is shaking, panicked.
What did they say?
Just 2 short sentences before the signal died completely. Rotterdam's burning. They're not human.
They're not human. That lands hard, especially after the black vehicles and the silence.
It reframes everything, doesn't it? Think back to JK4's last message on day 2, just hours earlier, around 02.3 out. EMP over Metz. Sky rippled. Lost visual.
Sky rippled.
Yeah, sky rippled. What does that even mean? An EMP effect, maybe, but rippled? And now ER1 saying they're not human. You connect these dots, the silent craft, the unmarked black vehicles moving with impossible speed, the atmospheric manipulation, the EMPs, the sky rippling, and now this direct statement. It paints a picture that's not just an invasion, but potentially something alien, something utterly beyond our experience.
And meanwhile, 9LC's network is just gone.
Completely evaporated. He mentions he started with 12 operators in his initial network brief. By day 2, it was down to maybe 6 he could potentially reach. Now, day 3, after JK4 and ER1 go silent, he says, it's just me again.
Yet he keeps broadcasting.
He does. Weather, radiation, emergency beacons. Every 30 minutes. Holding on to this sliver of hope, saying, someone's alive out there. Someone has to be. It's an incredible act of defiance against the silence, really.
So looking back across these 3 days,
Right.
we've gone from a confusing comms blackout, maybe a drill, on day 1,
Right.
to a confirmed ground invasion with strange, silent black vehicles on day 2. And now, day 3, A world where the atmosphere itself seems hostile, this magnet quiet and these terrifying hints, whispers, that the invaders might not be human at all.
The progression is chilling. But what also stands out, I think, is 9 Lima Charlie himself. His resilience, his dedication to his post, to the protocol, even as everything dissolves around him. That signal he keeps sending out, it's more than just data. It's a testament to that human need to reach out, to understand, even when faced with something utterly inexplicable and terrifying. He's basically a lighthouse in an unimaginable storm.
It leaves you thinking, doesn't it? If you were in that situation, if all the familiar signals failed, communication was impossible, and the world you knew was replaced by something alien and hostile,
Hmm.
what would you hold on to? What signal would you try to send out into the silence, and who would you be sending it for?